Yaga. So I was talking about in the last video how the people that stalk me, the people that have the smear campaign on me, the people that are in secret competition with me, none of them are about that life. And what I mean by that, being about that life just means being true to yourself, being authentic, meaning what you say, doing what you say. If you say you're a graffiti artist, live for it, live for the art, research the art, understand what you're channeling, understand who the originators were, pay your respects, and learn all the rules and then break all the rules. So none of them are about that life. When I was doing the music stuff, I was about that life. I had a practice, as in I knew how to set up my own sessions. I knew how to create incidences of chaos and just let everything flow through naturally as it was supposed to be from a higher place. Now, I was at an event yesterday, a skate event, and I told you that there was a vicious smear campaign spreading to there because there was people who were rejecting me, silent animosity towards me, behaving a certain way towards me, and I could feel it in the air. Being an empath as well, you could just, in my intuition, the shift in energy was so apparent to my spider senses, it was really terrible. Anyway, I wanted to make this video for a lot of people who are going through this kind of psychological attack, this energetic attack, this spiritual attack, because all of this stuff is really deeper than what they're saying about you. It's not even about you per se, what they're attacking, and most of them are unaware, unconscious, unawakened, unascended, unenlightened, so they don't even know why they attack us. But I wanted to impress upon everybody today. Yesterday was a very nice day. It was a beautiful gathering. It was everyone on the same wavelength. It was very, very good vibrations. And why I say that is because with these smear campaigns and these toxic friend groups, toxic hobby groups, narcissistic scenarios, these characters, they base themselves on a hierarchical structure. So there's people at the top of the food chain and they give the commands. Now, yesterday, the people that are giving the commands were obviously not there. So when those people that are giving the toxic vibrations, giving the negativity out are not around, the group fractures. Let me let that sit for a second. So they want you to feel scared, they want you to feel weak, they want you to feel paranoid and feel like you haven't got any power. But really, it's only really one or two people, maybe three, that are poisoning the waters. And if they're not around, you're actually fine. I just saw someone from the toxic music scene right now, and he was with his girlfriend that had a baby, and he wanted to ignore me. And I just thought to myself, let me go and talk to him. And I started, talking to him about, moving to another career and moving forward. And he said he was taking a break from music, so he wasn't actually doing anything. And I don't want to disrespect anyone, but if you looked at both of us, you could tell that energetically, I'm just like glowing. I got to glow up, everything about me physically, spirit, everything, and it just reminded me he was just like so happy and cheerful, and I can tell he's got a lot of the fleas on him. He's got a lot of those possessions on him. And even though he had a baby and, he's supposed to be sort of nurture, nature, I can tell that he's got a lot of healing himself, same as I do. But you can say that a lot of us were on the path because we're able to self-reflect. We're able to say, where did we go wrong? What did we do wrong? How do we get better for next time? Whereas a lot of these characters, especially because they're in these groups where there's this phony kind of sense of this kind of phony sense of power, phony sense of entitlement, phony sense of hierarchy, or thinking that you're higher or lower than people. They never actually look at themselves. So given the fact I was like a henchman in the group, so I was a middle level player in their game. I was a middle level player in their game, not sitting at the top, but not sitting at the bottom either. They thought they could get rid of me and replace me to find someone better than me, bigger than me. And up until this day, I've not seen anyone better than me, bigger than me, more original than me, more of an innovator than me. I've not seen any of that. All I've seen is the continual sabotaging, continual stalking, continual turning, blocking opportunities, just due to the fact that these characters are scared. That's what it is. When you catch these people by themselves, they are scared, they are nervous, they don't know what to say, they're embarrassed about what they've done, they literally shrink into a shell of themselves without their groups. And it's funny, I said this in another video, no human really should be making anybody feel a type of way. Nobody should be feeling scared of anyone. No one should be feeling they can't, be themselves. No one should be feeling like they have to downplay what they're about, mute their colors, just to save someone else's insecurities, someone else's emotions. You've all come here to experience life, and you're passing through this reality, and you should be able to do that in a full way and spread your light into the world. I was yesterday standing next to a lady who had a highly autistic son, so he was shaking around and making these sounds, etc. And I held his hand, and we just stood on the sidelines listening to the music, dancing. And I think he was like 12 years old, something like that, 8 years old or something, I can't remember. And because they move around, they're like, they don't really speak clearly. And as soon as he was with me, he just settled down, he was calm. She was able to go and skate around and leave him with me on the sides, and we just, watched her from the side. She waved at her from the side. So that was just a nice reminder about nature, about how what we're supposed to be doing here. One of our purposes here, just to help heal ourselves and heal everyone around us, and just show that even in this world that's becoming utterly and totally dark, there are some earth angels, there are some sentient beings, there are some soul, there are some anointed people with the oil walking around. And for some reason, the oppressor, the Marine Kingdom, the Agent Smiths and their master are the enemy of that, and they want to oppress us. They want to make us feel that we have nowhere to go. They want to make us feel that we are trapped. They want to distinguish our light by all means necessary. It's a spiritual war. You have to take up the mantelpiece. You've got to pick up your spear. You're not alone. You have a whole legion of angels following you back, and ancestors fighting with you, and they sense it, and they what they do is that they feel it, and they don't know why they have to hate you. That's the reason. So try to just remember what this video is about today, and know that you're actually more powerful than you think you are. Know that these people are weak without their groups, so they can do their triangulation, so they can snigger and share validation with each other, but actually really they're the ones that's the scared weak one, and you're the one that they're actually scared of. You're the one that holds all the cards, and the sooner you realize that, the better for you to be able to walk forward in a positive way.